Hi guys, welcome to Power 2 Express. You don't know it, but it's lightly heated in here. This is my friend Adele, and she, she and I are going to show you another sequence. Um, it's a similar flow that if you've watched last week's class, it's a similar flow. We're going to get into our shoulders, but the same flow will get us into several different peak postures. So we're going to do the third peak posture this week. It would be mermaid or prep for mermaid. So it takes some quads flexibility and some shoulder flexibility. So we're going to start in hero's pose. And sit on our heels. So you can start the playlist now, by the way, which I'll do the same thing. Just let your eyes close. Start your Ujjayi breath. Little 4-count breath in, little pause at the top. So it's kind of like this. Go ahead and exhale for me, please. And then inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place a pause there, but don't hold it. And then exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe just like that, with a little pause at the top and the bottom. Lift your pelvic floor muscles slightly. Encourage your bottom 2 front ribs to pull in a little bit, just a little bit. We're speaking about intention today, and intention is a really powerful energy. All of our thoughts are energy. And when we do bring an intention to what we're doing, it changes how we're doing it. And because of that, it changes actually what we're doing. We've got about 5 more breaths here until puppy pose. If you're not sure what puppy pose is, it's like a child's pose, only the hips come further forward, so the hips are right over the knees, and it's a back bend. And go ahead and come forward to puppy pose. Forehead could be on your mat, or if your neck is okay with it, you can bring your chin to your mat. So a puppy pose. So it's like this, Adele. But we're going there next. So it's the first back bend of many. More importantly, they're heart openers. The front of our throat, or our, well, throat chakra too, but the front of the heart chakra tends to get blocked when we have the shoulders forward, when we're driving, texting, typing, things like that. Got 4 more breaths before dolphin pose. It's like she's telepathic. She knew where we were going with this. Actually, she's done this similar flow with me this month, a couple times. And come on up to dolphin pose. It's like a down dog on your forearms. You can walk your feet forward if you like. You'll get a little bit heavier. We got about 5 more breaths here before I invite you to lift both elbows at the same time if possible. And that will take us into down dog, of course. Last cycle of breath. And your choice, lift one or both elbows at the same time. Awesome. And now you're in down dog. You pedal it out. Just work it out the way you like. I like to take this really slow when I push into my heels. Because my calves really like that walk. And settle into your dog. Go ahead and establish it. Bring in a little intention here. So press your heels down and try to lift your toes. They're not going to go very far. And that's okay. It's the intention that's important. Spread your fingers really wide. Lift your pelvic floor muscles slightly. That's the I don't want to go to the bathroom muscles if you're not sure what those are. And inhale, look forward. Exhale to ragdoll. Nice wide stance. It's usually most comfortable here. And there's an intention in each of our postures. There's a balance between strength and softness. This one's pretty much just soft. Your legs got to do just a little bit of work here. And there is something I'd like you to do, though. Imagine your glutes are on the wall behind you, and you're trying to scoot them up the wall. So it's an untucking of your hips. And place your feet to wherever you normally like to practice. Soften your knees and roll on up. Hands to your heart center. Allow your eyes to be heavy or closed. Lift your toes up off your mat. And energetically, without scooting them, draw your heels in toward each other, and you'll feel your quads engage and maybe your glutes a little bit. Float your toes back down. And let's move, guys. Inhale to mountain pose, arms up. Keep your ribs in. Exhale, forward fold. Try to keep the head lifted as you come down. Breathe in, half lift. We got a few breaths here. So try to create that little dip in your lower back. So instead of rounding like this, bend your knees and send your tush up. You'll feel it more in your hammies. And that's how they'll get longer. Breathe in here. Exhale to plank. Breathe here. We've got a few breaths. Intentionally use your legs here as well. Rotate your inner thighs up toward the ceiling. Try to create a little more space between your shoulder blades. Breathe in here. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Once you arrive, point your toes back. Use those for leverage and inhale, baby cobra. Little or maybe no weight on your hands. There's another way to feel a little something intentionally as well here by pressing the fingers gently into your mat, and you might feel a little more broadening across your chest, a little more of a heart opener. So whatever works best for you today. Breathe in here. Exhale, lower down to your chest. Very nice. Inhale to tabletop or plank, your choice. And then down dog. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, fold. Do a little mini workshop here. Just lift your head, look forward and up. And on your next inhale, mountain pose all the way up. So we're leading with the head, then the heart follows. Exhale, forward fold. Head's the last thing to fall down. Breathe in, half lift. There's a change. Exhale, right foot back, low lunge. Take a couple breaths here. Long, strong back leg. Do what you can to try to create an upward facing dog in your torso here. You're not going to go very far, but again, it's the intention that counts. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your knee and slide it back an inch or two. Next inhale, Crescent Moon. Traditionally, the arms are up, but if your shoulders don't like this, like mine don't about half the time, I'll just bring my hands to my thigh. Fingers spread nice and wide gives us a little more intention in the posture. Every time you inhale, try to get a taller spine. And as you exhale, lunge a little bit deeper and forward into your right hip flexor. Perfect, Adele. Invite a back bend. So tuck your tush under, lift your heart center. Beautiful adjustment. Breathe in here. Exhale, hands to your mat. Inhale, lift your knee. Exhale, fold forward, step forward. Breathe in, half lift. Strong glutes, strong back. half lift. And exhale, left foot to the back. Take a few breaths here in low lunge. Pull your left hip back. And again, try to create a little bit of a back bend here. So it takes a little bit of effort to do that, and you'll definitely feel something different in the posture. Breathe in here. Exhale, lower your knee. Slide it back. You're going to protect the kneecap here. Breathe in, Crescent Moon. Take long breaths. Remember the little workshop we did on the breath, the 4 counts, little pause at the top and the bottom of the breath. Pull your arms down into the shoulder sockets. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to your mat. Breathe in, lift your knee. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, fold. Lift your head, and then inhale to mountain pose. Beautiful. Exhale, fold. Head's the last thing to come down. So we're trying to have a little back bend as we come down. Breathe in, half lift, and we'll flow that. Exhale, right foot to the back. Lower the knee right away. Breathe in, 1 breath up. Exhale, hands down to your mat. Breathe in, lift your knee. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, lower your knee. Breathe in, come up. Exhale, touch down. Breathe in, lift your knee. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, fold. Remember to lift your head first. Inhale, mountain pose, last one. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your ribs squeezing in as you come down. Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe into upward. Hold your upward, please. Take a look back at your feet if you can, and make sure they're long and parallel. And pull yourself back to down dog. Feet about inner hip width apart. Perfect. Breathe in, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Step through like your mat is rice paper and you don't want to tear it. Breathe in, right arm forward and up. So your left hand will still be on your mat. It's an easy twist. Try to lift your left hip. Again, it's the intention that's the important thing. Breathe in. Exhale, rise up to vertical twist. So the tendency can be to kind of lean forward in this. Try to get it nice and vertical like Adele's doing so well here. If you want to go a little further, try to focus on your eyes on your back hand. You've only got like 1.1 feet on the mat right now, so think of your hips and glutes as part of the foundation here. So engage these. Exhale here. Inhale to exalted warrior. Right hand to the left hammies. And if you can, reach your hand to the outer part of your thigh or your butt. And if you give it a little pull, it usually gives us a little more confidence in the posture. And you get in a little deeper too. So check your bottom ribs. Are they relaxing out, or can you squeeze them in a little bit? Breathe in here to prepare. Exhale, lift your heel a little higher, maybe squeeze the ribs in. And inhale, Crescent Lunge, arms up. So Adele's got a little bend in her back knee to protect her lower back. She's got her fingers spread nice and wide. Got a lot of intention going on in her practice. So remember, once the arms go up, the ribs want to poke out. So we're going to bring them back in just a little bit. Breathe in here. Exhale, prayer your hands behind your head. And there's a good chance your ribs will poke out there as well. So squeeze the ribs back in. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to hook your fingers like this. It won't be like this. It would be like this. Exhale here. Think reverse warrior. And inhale, hooked reverse warrior. Getting into the shoulders slightly. Confirm that you keep your foundation though. Try to lighten the arch of your back foot. Bring your right shoulder toward the wall in front of you. Breathe in here. Exhale to side angle, but reach both arms toward the top corner of the room. Want a little more in this, bring your right shoulder toward the window or toward the wall you're facing at home there. We've got a window over here. Keep your right knee rotating toward the right. Perfect. Exhale here. Breathe in, hooked reverse. It's just one breath this time. And exhale, take it down to your chaturanga. Remember to breathe into upward facing dog. That's an easy one to forget. And exhale to down dog. Other side, breathe in, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Remember the rice paper trick. Breathe in, left arm forward and up. Breathe here. Bring some intention to your hands, so spread your fingers wide. If you spread your fingers just enough that you feel a stretchiness across the palm of your hand, that's my favorite. There's another way you can squeeze the fingers together. You'll still feel some strength in the hand. So whatever works for you. Breathe in here. Strengthen your glutes and your hips. Exhale, rise up to vertical twist. Nice, long, strong back leg. She's got her heel nice and high. Keep the pelvic floor engaged. Bottom ribs always squeezing in. They don't have to squeeze at 100%. Just 30, 40% is fine. Exhale here. Inhale, exalted warrior. Left hand to the right hammies or the right glutes. So check your ribs. Maybe gaze up. Breathe in here. Exhale, lift your heels, squeeze your ribs in. And inhale, crescent lunge, arms up. Again, pull the arms down into the sockets. Every little wobble, we're getting a little bit stronger. Breathe in here. Exhale, hands behind your head. Check your ribs. So hands in prayer right here. Press your head gently into your hands. Exhale here. Inhale, hooked reverse warrior. Left elbow up. Try to twist your ribs a little bit to the right here. So when we're holding the hands like this, your front knee is going to want to fall over to the right a little bit more than usual even. So keep opening the hip, left knee to the left. Breathe in here. Exhale to your side angle, reach your arms toward the top corner of the room. Here as well, your left knee is going to want to fall to the right. So bring it back to the left. And your right shoulder toward the wall behind you. I know that makes it a little bit harder. Breathe out here. Breathe in, hooked reverse warrior, just one breath. And exhale, take it down. whatever your intention is today. I know I didn't do all my chaturangas in class this morning. Don't feel like you need to do them all. Hopefully our intention is to come onto our mat and be nice to ourselves. And we'll flow, guys. Turn, inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step through. Breathe in, right arm forward and up. Exhale, vertical twist. Breathe in, exalted warrior, back hand to the back hammies. Exhale, squeeze your ribs in. Inhale, crescent lunge. Arms up. Exhale, hands behind your head. Breathe in, hooked reverse. Exhale, reach to your side angle. Breathe in, hooked reverse. Exhale, take it down, do you. Maybe it's a chaturanga, maybe it's just going straight to down dog. Beautiful. Breathe in, lift your left leg. Exhale, step through, remember the rice paper. Breathe in, left arm forward and up. Exhale, vertical twist. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, lift your heels, squeeze your ribs. Breathe in, sweep up slowly. Exhale, hands behind. Breathe in, hooked reverse. Exhale, do your side angle. Rotate your ribs to the right a little bit here. Breathe in, hooked reverse. Exhale, take it down. Lovely breath, Adele. You guys can't hear her breathing, but I can. If you guys could hear her breathing, we'd have a situation. Meet in down dog. Big breath in. And exhale, make a chicken sound. She's not going to do that. Oh, she did. And meet in hero's pose. Just where we started practice. So if you like, you can walk the hands back further. Because to do these heart openers, these back bends, it helps to open the front part of the body. Because a lot of times that's what's keeping us from going deeper. So you can walk back as far as you like, unless your bottom ribs poke out. So tuck your tush toward in front of you. So there's a lifting of the pubic bone. Head can fall back if you like. If you feel a little, sometimes we can feel a little tightness in the back of our neck when our head falls back, and it can help to take the slightest extension up of the lower jaw. It can help to soften that back there. And go ahead and walk back up. And lie on your belly for floor bow. Bend your knees. Reach back with your hands. Try to find the inside of your foot. So Adele's doing what a lot of us do here. I'd like you to rotate your arms in the opposite direction. Yeah. It's like when same way in dancer pose. Make sure your knees stay close here. They're good friends. And as you inhale, press and lift. This one's a tricky to stay consistent in. At least it is for me. Press into the soft part of your belly. 3 more breaths, and I know they're going to be shorter here, but do what you can to make them longer, and it'll happen. The intention is everything. And release. Windshield wiper the legs if you like. And we'll work toward half frog. And half frog is, see if I can get into a place where you can see me and Adele at the same time from a different angle. So bring your left forearm across your mat. like you're in Sphinx pose, and just bring the hand across. And bend your right knee. Reach up and back with your right hand. And find your foot and just start to draw it closer to you. If it's accessible for you, point the right fingers toward the wall to your right. Perfect. So it's a great posture for helping to open the shoulder, the quads, the back bend at the same time. Usually gets into the hip flexors. Send 2 more breaths to whatever feels sticky. And gently release. And find your other side for about 6 or 7 breaths. Right forearm across your mat. And just guide the foot down till you feel a little something, little yumminess in the quad. And make sure to be nice to yourself, though. Just the intention of coming back again and again to our mat. And all these changes happen in just little bitty increments over time. And gently release and meet in down dog. Reset. We'll continue on. Breathe in, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Back to our flow with some additions. Breathe in, right arm forward and then up. Exhale, come on up, vertical twist. Been there before. Breathe in, exalted. Last one on this side. Exhale, lift your heel and squeeze your ribs in. Breathe in, sweep up, crescent lunge. Exhale, revolve lunge to your right. A lot of us like to bring the back knee down. Is that option? If the knee is up, there's a little bit of a balance thing going on here. There's also different variations. You can split your palms or anything that you like to do. It's whatever your intention is for your practice today. If your arms are open, bring them back. Exhale, strengthen your hips here. Then inhale, crescent lunge. Come back up. Exhale, eagle your right arm under the left. Inhale, lift your chest as the back bend, tuck your tush. And exhale, warrior 3, eagle arms. What we know around here as threeagle. Engage your left leg completely. So try to make a dent in the wall behind you with your heel. Beautiful, Adele. Every wobble is getting you stronger. So good for concentration, balancing postures. Exhale. Breathe into one leg mountain. Nice, Adele. And dancer. So find the inside of the foot. That's the right grip, yeah. So for me, the kick is the motor for this posture. It's what drives us forward. And try to bring your left shoulder forward. Very nice. Breathe out here. Inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your toes. It's going to make this step easier. So lift your toes up. And exhale, step back to airplane crescent. Nice, Adele. Breathe in, arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands behind your head. Inhale, hook reverse. And exhale, take it all the way down to chaturanga. We're going to skip that warrior 2 variation. Breathe into upward. It's a back bend, but keep your ribs sucked in. And exhale, downward dog. Last side, guys. Looks like things are getting a little slippery over here.
You always do.
Breathe in, lift your left leg. Exhale, step through. Breathe in, left arm forward and then up. Exhale, rise. Inhale, exalted. It's the last one today. Exhale, lift your heels, squeeze your ribs. Breathe in, sweep up. Exhale, revolve lunge to your left. I love that she moves so slowly. She moves with a lot of intention. Exactly what we were talking about. Try to lift your right hip here. It's not going to go far, but again, the intention is what counts. Exhale. Breathe in, crescent lunge. Exhale, left arm under the right. Inhale, lift your chest, but keep your ribs squeezed in. And exhale, three goal. Launch forward. And again, try to make a dent in the back wall with your heel. So the more muscle groups we recruit, the lighter we feel. Because there's more attention and more intention in what we're doing. And it changes how we're doing it. Just two more breaths. On your next inhale, one leg mountain. And dancer. Capture the inside of the foot. Start with your knees and thighs together. That way we're more likely to kick straight back. And the kick is the motor. And your front arm can kind of be a steering wheel. If you start to lose your balance, you can use that to help make some micro adjustments. Bring attention to your fingers. Beautiful. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, one leg mountain. Lift your toes toward the ceiling. And exhale, step back, airplane crescent. Breathe in, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands behind your head. Breathe in, hooked reverse. And exhale, last chaturanga. Breathe into upward, your big back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe in, lift your right leg. Exhale, half pigeon. So if Adele wants, she can stay upright. That's a big back bend. Most of us like to go into sleeping pigeon. So if you want to do that, just walk forward. Maybe stack your hands and place your forehead on, or if you have a block at home, you can use that. Or some of us will get the forehead down to the mat. If you'd like a self-adjustment, you can curl your back toes under and kind of encourage a little push forward with your left hip. So each posture has an intention. And part of it is the strength, and part of it is the softness. This one leans a lot towards softness if you recline forward. And that's good. If your intention is to make this more active, stay upright. So intention is everything, in my view, and including outside of this room. Sometimes we do things with the best of intentions. It just don't turn out the way we were planning for them to turn out. And that's okay. It's all that counts with the intention behind it. And walk yourself back up. We'll work toward a preparation for mermaid. So bend your left knee, reach up, find the inside of your foot, and just start to draw it down. Try to encourage your left hip to go a little bit forward. So again, you're in a back bend. And there are some of us who will be able to slide the heel down into the bend of the elbow. I'm not sweaty enough to make that happen right now. And tuck your tush under. And really slow motion, release it. And go back to your three-legged dog or tripod. It usually feels good to, I think her right hip is okay. We're just going to go to the other side. You're fine. I'm just going to bring the left leg up. That's fine. Yeah. And half pigeon. Take a look over your awkward shoulder. So that would be the left shoulder. Confirm that your back leg is nice and straight. And feel free to lie down to sleeping pigeon or snoring pigeon. Snoring pigeon would go. It's funnier when you're in the room. Adele's like, nah, not really. Just an encouragement of your left hip back. It won't go back a long ways. It's the thought that counts. Changes, brings more awareness to what we're doing. And that's it. Come on back up. Bend your right knee. Reach up and try to find your foot. Just draw it toward you just enough where you feel something in the hip or something in the quads maybe. So if you have blocks at home, nice place to slide them would be underneath your left glutes right here. Help support. And go ahead and release and go back to three-legged dog. Do whatever feels natural here. And when you're ready, bring your knees to your mat and send your legs out in front of you. Adele's going to need a bigger towel here pretty soon. Press down with your butt bones, reach up high. She's got a nice little trick. Scooping it out from behind works best for most of us. And reach forward to see where you want to go. If your intention today is to be active in this posture, reach for something. Maybe your calves, or excuse me, your shins. Maybe your feet. And then I'd like you to bring an intention to untucking your hips here. So send your tush back like you're trying to create a duck butt. Exhale here. Inhale, come on up and lie on your back. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Hug your bum down. And extend your left leg out on your mat. Breathe in here. And exhale, supine twist, roll to your left hip. It usually feels good to kind of slide the hips over to the right a couple of inches. Makes that hip stack a little bit easier for most of us. So your right arm can be straight out, or you can be in goalpost arms. It can also feel good to set your left hand on top of your right thigh or behind your knee. We're all built different. So the intention in this posture is just to relax. It's all softness, no strength here. Exhale here. Come on back up to center. Give it a squeeze. And when you're ready, switch sides. Did something go clunk? Oh, thought it must have been something outside. And after you squeeze your left knee, roll over to your right hip. Maybe slide the hips over to the left. Make this a little more soft. Relax your belly here. So it probably was relaxed, but again, you're bringing your attention to it. It's going to change it, just like everything else. Exhale here. And come on back to center. Last knee squeeze. Happy baby if you like. And a setup for Savasana. So the intention here is to elevate your heart. So nestle the shoulder blades under you like you're trying to create a little altar for your heart. Slightly lift your hips and tuck your tush forward. This will create a little more softness in your lower back. Take a deep breath in. Just through the nose, just let it fall out. And I'll bring you out in a little bit. And at this point, bring some intention to your breath. And when we do things intentionally, we usually do them more gently, softer, slower. And bring a hand to your heart and hand to your belly. And if it's something that resonates with you, send an intention out to someone that you care for, some love, compassion, and then send in those same things, love and compassion, to all beings on earth. And you just change the world a little bit by doing that. And hopefully that feels nice. Because your thoughts, our thoughts, our energy. Our thoughts are very powerful. So the intention behind them matters. Thumbs to your third eye. Namaste. Thanks for hanging out, friends. And thank you, Adele. Have a good one, guys.